Hello, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, I'm Serein, and today's video, I'm gonna be sharing all about my summer favorites as a busy working mom with not very much childcare in her 40s. I've got a lot of stuff to share, some how I've been building core memories at a relatively affordable cost, and some of my bags I've been rotating, a little bit of skincare, not too much because I did recently share my over 40 summer makeup bag capsule last week. So if you're curious, that video is already up and I can have it in the cards for you. A couple things that haven't cost me extra money this summer, but I've really been enjoying is number one, having a standing play date. Now, this wasn't actually my idea. I was reached out by one of the Nugget's friends, moms, who is sadly moving at the end of summer, and we really wanted our kids to have as much time together as possible. She actually reached out and suggested we had a standing play date twice a week. We alternate between our homes and our activities. So once a week, she brings the kids over for a play date after work, which is perfect because they get to hang out, they get all their energy out at the pool, they are exhausted by the time dinner comes around, and they all sleep very, very good. We get some sunshine, we get some water and fun outdoor activity, and they get some socialization and some core bonding moments as friends. And then for me and the mom, we've actually gotten to know each other really well, and it's making me really sad that our time is running out together, but I'm not worried. We will visit each other and we will make sure to keep everybody in touch. But it is something I've absolutely been loving and enjoying, and then we've been going over to their house occasionally for dinner, for grilling, or just for a play date, which is another time and opportunity for everybody to really make memories and get to know each other and play. I think it's been really helpful for the girls to communicate their needs through different emotions. They're sharing really well, they're playing really well together, and it's just really amazing to watch them grow together. And it's just such a strong core memory that I feel like we're building for our kids. I don't know if I'm the only one who knew this about my Spotify Premium membership, and the only reason I have a Spotify Premium membership is because of my job. I'm a group fitness instructor, so we create our own playlists, and in order for us to have access to ads-free playing when we're teaching classes, we have to upgrade to Premium, which is fine. It's a very low cost of doing business or being a fitness instructor. I had no idea, but I get 15 hours of audiobook listening time per month, which is amazing because oftentimes my books are on hold through the Libby app, through my local libraries, and sometimes I'm not able to get the book I want immediately, especially if it's in a series, and I'm doing my best to only use Kindle Unlimited and the Libby app. But now that I also realize I get 15 hours of listening time through my Spotify Premium, which I'm already paying for work, I am a very happy camper. I am currently on the third book of the Powerless series, so I'm on Fearless, and I was able to get Powerless audiobook and physical book through the Libby app, and then Reckless, which was the second book, audiobook and physical book through the Libby app. Finished Reckless, the second book, and it was on such a cliffhanger that I was like, I immediately need Fearless. I need it now. So I looked at my Spotify and it was available as an audiobook on Spotify, so I'm able to start listening to it while I wait for the digital copy, as well as if I run out of listening time. I'm hoping that my library loan will finally be available to me. So I am loving that I've discovered a new feature to my premium Spotify, which I already have to pay for work. So if you didn't know, now you know. I've also discovered a new workout called Peolve. I heard about Peolve a few years ago when it kind of first was being developed, and I really loved the concept of it. If you don't know, Chris is a certified trainer. I am a certified nutritionist. I'm also a group fitness instructor for Lagree. So we have a lot of physical fitness background, and I loved the concept of what Peolve was trying to do, which is really focus on functional strength training and progressive overload. And those are things that are very helpful in developing strong, lean bodies, lean muscle mass. Do anaerobic and aerobic as well to get the most out of your workouts. And I am very, very strong. Whether or not I look like it or look like the typical fitness person, it is really hard for me to get to my level 2 and level 3 during my workouts, which is what I want to do for my personal goals. It's hard for me to get to that level 2, level 3 without overdoing it in a group fitness class where I become so insatiable hunger-wise, or it throws me off where I get sick or I overdo it and get injured. So because I'm in my 40s, my hormonal health is very fragile these days. And while I want to hit my target level 2 and level 3 during my workouts, I also have to be careful not to overdo it where I'm damaging my hormonal health and therefore kind of messing up my metabolism. While I absolutely love Lagree at this point in my fitness journey doesn't tend to get me in a sustained level 2 or 3. I'm in level 1 a lot of the times. Now, it doesn't mean it feels easier by any means. I am shaking, I am sweating. I'm just not getting into a little bit more of that strenuous cardiovascular need that I want to get into. And I hate doing strict cardio, which I also don't think is necessary. So Peolve is functional strength training with progressive overload, where it starts you off slow and steady and it keeps getting more intense. It backs off and gets more intense. I tried a Peolve pop-up a while back and I fell in love with it. I thought it was very scientifically based. They have a board of certified professionals. They also have clinical studies that they're constantly doing to develop and progress the programs. So after that, my friend and I went to the Peolve in Carlsbad, which is about an hour away from where we live. And we went to 3 classes. We fell in love with it, but it's just not sustainable for me to drive an hour there and back for an hour class. And it's also not sustainable to add the cost of group fitness on top of that commute. So I decided I was going to take the plunge and purchase my own Peolve at-home system. I got the Essentials bundle plus the mat, the precision mat. So I have pretty much everything I need because I already had dumbbells, ankle weights, and other equipment at home. So I got the Essentials bundle, which has all of the proprietary Peolve equipment, and then I just added the precision mat, and it comes with 3 months of streaming Peolve workouts. I have been doing it consistently for about 2 weeks now, and I love the workouts. They're quick, they're effective, they get me into my target heart rate zones, they are working. I am feeling the difference in my workouts. I have purchased all the classes, all of the equipment, all the streaming, all on my own. I did take advantage of their July 4th discount, 15% off, but that was it. I am paying for all of it. If they will sponsor me, please sponsor me because I'm obsessed with Peolve. And as a 40-something-year-old woman who has been struggling with her fitness journey ever since postpartum, I feel so empowered doing Peolve, and to see the change that my body is experiencing through these workouts, I'm so happy, and it is definitely worth it. So while it's an upfront cost of about $400 for me to get the Essentials kit and the 3-month streaming, I did feel like overall it's fine, because if I were to purchase group fitness classes, depending how often I go, I like to go at least 3 times a week for it to make a difference. It tends to be anywhere between like $200 to $350 depending on the studio you go to. So with just 3 months, I'm going to be saving money by doing the workouts at home and investing in the equipment. And I see myself doing this for longer than 3 months, but I committed to 3 months because I purchased 3 months streaming with my bundle. And I definitely think as long as you are committed for the time frame, comparatively to the classes that you might be paying for, or if you're going to hire a personal trainer to kind of give you a program, it definitely is a lot to kind of upfront pay for. But for me, it's definitely made all the difference in my mental and physical health. So if you're looking into something for workouts, check out Peolve. highly recommend, and I will continue to share my journey as I experience it. I've also been really happy with our new water filtration system. So we are renting, and we've always rented, and we've always kind of used either Brita filters or under the sink filter systems, and I've been looking into Aquatrew for a while now, and I found them on TikTok Shop, and I was like, okay, you know what, I'm just gonna give it a shot. I'm loving our Aquatrew 4-stage water filtration system. Immediately, I noticed a change in the taste of our water. And what I love is that it's a reverse osmosis system, very convenient. I just filter the water, I pop it into the refrigerator, and I can just pull it out and dispense the water. Or if I like room temperature water, I can just leave it on the counter. The filters last a lot longer than typical Brita filters, which are what we used. The water tastes better, and it's a better filtering system. If you're interested in reverse osmosis water filters, definitely check out Aquatrew. They have a couple different varieties and versions that are renter friendly, so very minimal setup, and that was kind of key for me. I wanted it to be minimally invasive in setting it up. I wanted to just get started with our water filter. So loving Aquatrew. If you have been curious about them, I do recommend, and I have the countertop version. Let's talk about some sunscreen items I've been really enjoying. So Naked Sundays sent me a bunch of products, and the 2 products I've been really enjoying for my no makeup days are the Cabana Glow Bronze and Illuminating SPF 50 drops. These are beautiful fluid sheer sunscreens that have a lot of payoff when it comes to the bronzer and the illuminator. So what I do is, again, I always apply my skincare sunscreens. The last step of my skincare is always going to be 2 full fingerfuls of sunscreen, and it's one that's not going to be tinted. It's just good old sunscreen. But when I'm not wearing any makeup, or if I'm going to the pool, I feel like a little off because my face is definitely way lighter than the rest of my body, and I just feel dull. So what I've been doing is taking a few drops of the bronze and a few drops of the illuminator, mixing it together, because the bronze is very bronze on me, so I don't need too much of it, but I apply it all over my face or in the areas I want a little bit more life, adding extra sunscreen and giving my skin a little bit more oomph. Sticking with Naked Sundays, I've been using their Hydrating Glow Mist Top-Up Spray SPF 50 as a way to reapply my sunscreen. A lot of times I'll go to work, I'll come back, and then we'll have our pool date, or we'll go to the park or something like that. So to reapply without having to wash my face and reapply the sunscreen or mess up my makeup if I'm wearing any, or like rub stuff over my face, I will use the Naked Sundays Hydrating Glow Mist. And this mist is super fine. I do spray quite a bit of it, and I'll apply it all over my face, neck, and chest. It smells really nice too. So if you're sensitive to fragrance, be mindful that there is a fragrance, but I really love it. And it has just been so lovely, so easy to just quickly reapply sunscreen and go about my day. If you're new around here, before I used the Naked Sundays spray, I was using the Color Science sunscreen. It's SPF 50. It's a mineral powder sunscreen that's a brush. And this is how I apply the Nugget's facial sunscreen, as well as in her hairline, and reapply throughout the day her face and her hair. She gets very particular around her face and her hairline, so this is just easier to use. We have one in the stroller, we have one in the car, we have one in her pool bag, and I have one in my purse for her and for myself. What I do is I just disinfect the brush with a little alcohol wipe or spray, and then we're good to go. Care favorite of mine that I'm so excited to discover thanks to my partnership with Olay over on Instagram. This is not sponsored. They don't know I'm talking about them in this YouTube video, but it's the Olay Super Serum. This is a 5-in-1 skincare serum. So in the mornings, if I'm in a hurry, I get to apply this right after I splash some water on my face. I dry my face off. If I feel really oily, I'll wash my face with a cleanser, but typically most days I just use some water. Then I apply this, which has niacinamide, hyaluronic acid, vitamin C, vitamin E, and I can't remember the 5th ingredient, but basically immediately my skin feels smoother, more hydrated, and brighter. It has that vitamin C that I want in my day-to-day skincare routine in the mornings before my sunscreen. So I'm able to just apply this and put on my sunscreen and go. And on days that I'm really exhausted, specifically our beach and pool days, I'll just wash my face, double cleanse, always double cleanse because you got to remove that sunscreen even if you're not wearing makeup. And then I will put this on, put on a heavier moisturizer, and pass out, go to bed. So this has made my skincare routine way more streamlined and still giving me all the ingredients that I look for. Something that I've been carrying around with me and really loving, especially since I feel like my hands are a little bit drier with all the washing of the hands and then the salt water and the pool water, all this stuff, is this Pixi Hand Hero Purifying Hand Lotion. It's so cute. It looks like a little egg, and it just has the most gentle, soft lotion ever. It's a very hydrating but thin formula, which is nice because I want to just apply my lotion and not feel that grimy, sticky feel after. So it absorbs quickly, adds a little hydration after I wash my hands or sanitize my hands, or whenever my hands feel a little dry. I feel like I should have waited till I did my nails before sharing this one, but I'm letting my nails breathe and I just kept them, so I have to do them later tonight. But my favorite summer nail polish has been Essie's nail polish in Clam Bake. This was a discontinued shade that recently was relaunched for the summer, and I found out about it from Wishbone Kitchen. I'm obsessed with her, Meredith. I love everything that she does on socials. So she was sharing Clam Bake, how that's her perfect summer red, and I absolutely agree. It's the perfect clam red, orangey red. Oh, it's just so juicy. I have it on my toes right now, but I've been wearing it on my fingers pretty much all summer. I normally have Japanese hard gel art on my nails, but my artist is away for the summer, so I am letting my nails breathe and au naturel essentially, except for when I'm wearing Clam Bake on my nails. So if you see a color on my nails, it's Clam Bake. I realized I haven't purchased any new sandals in a few years, so when I saw these, I had to get them. They're from Crocs, and I love the simplicity of these sandals, but it has the cushion of Crocs. So these sandals are so incredibly comfortable. I was able to be in them pretty much all of 4th of July and didn't notice any arch support falling, what do you call it? Basically, after pregnancy, my arches fell, and while we rehabilitated them, I find that I have trouble wearing flat shoes. So these shoes actually still support my arches relatively well, considering that they are still flat sandals. They're very comfortable. I love the neutral tone. They're just very classic, very effortless, and while they're super comfortable, they're still relatively stylish and go with most of my outfits. They don't look like Crocs, which is also what I love about them, and they are true to size. I'm a woman 7 and I took a woman 7 in these. Sticking with fashion, I wanted to share with you Oh My Bag, which is a new to me brand. This is a beautiful, sustainable leather bag brand from Amsterdam, and I've been obsessed with this woven handbag, woven shoulder bag. This is genuine leather. It's a sustainable brand. It's very well handcrafted, and I love how classic it is. I love that it looks luxurious. I love that it isn't like a Scream designer or anything like that. The magnetic closures are so sleek, so convenient, and there's a zipper inside with 2 pockets on the inside as well on the opposite side. This has been my go-to like evenings, feeling a little bit more fancy type of look, and this brown is so rich and so versatile. On the opposite side of the spectrum, I recently shared my vintage Louis Vuitton Speedy collection, and by collection I mean 2 bags. I shared it over on my TikTok. I talk about my Speedy 35 that my mom gifted to me when I was in college and how that came about. So her bag, I believe, is either from the late 70s or early 80s, and now it's mine. And then when I was little, and I was born in the early 80s, so remember that Louis Vuitton was not as crazy expensive, but they purchased this little Speedy, which now they call the Nano, but back then it was called something else. And I pulled it out because I was like, I might as well get some use out of it. And I love the patina of mine, but I never used it because like it's not convenient, but I have this strap from a different Louis Vuitton from the Murakami collection the first time it came out in the early 2000s. So what I ended up doing was taking the strap from that bag and putting it on my little Nano Speedy, and I've been using this to run errands because it fits just enough. It fits my wallet, my car key, a hand sanitizer, a lip balm, and maybe like some other random knickknacks. It does not fit my phone, so the only time I'll use this is if I'm wearing pants that have pockets, or shorts that have pockets, or skirts or dresses that have pockets, because it is not convenient if I'm not wearing the right outfit. But to just run out and have this like crossbody hanging on me, I've been enjoying without having like a shoulder bag or a bigger crossbody. It's very lightweight. So this is also in my rotation this summer. And then the final bag I have in my rotation this summer is from Latico Leathers, and they make genuine leather handbags, which are so stunning. Small business in New Jersey with these beautiful handcrafted leather handbags that are classic and timeless, and that's what I love about Latico. That's what I love about handbag brands these days. So this one is their crossbody. I shared a what's in my bag for Legoland with this one in my shorts, and I love it. I absolutely love this. It has so many compartments. I can fit so many things. It has card slots. It has a zipper compartment. I can fit my water bottles, snacks, everything I could possibly need, including my vlogging camera, fits in here. It does get quite heavy when I fit everything in there, which is why I talk about my little Nano Speedy when I want something less. So this is like my everyday mom bag. This is when I want to feel more stylish, but also works as an everyday mom bag, not as hands-free because it's a shoulder bag. So sometimes if it gets too heavy, it will slip off my shoulders. Not too bad though. This one, I can be super hands-free. I could chase people with this. And then this one is just like errands on the go, the Speedy. So those are my 3 bags in rotation. The thing I've been getting a lot of use out of is my Books Palma 2. I talked about my Books Palma 2 versus my Kindle and why I got this and why I still use my Kindle, but why I purchased this as like an on-the-go e-reader. If you're curious about my comparison video, detailed in-depth review on the Books Palma, then make sure you check out that video. It's already up. And if you're curious about my Kindle Oasis, which is available to purchase as a refurbished unit, my model, you can also check out that video. I compare the two and explain the pros and cons of each device. So I've been using this a lot this summer because between dance, between swim, play dates, amusement parks, waiting in line, all this stuff, I just have been able to read on the go. This is easy. It holds a charge for a really long time. And if it runs out of charge, I can charge it with one of my power banks. So loving this still, and just wanted to update you guys that I've been getting a lot of use out of it. I have my sunglasses. So most of my sunglasses are from Amazon, super affordable, super cheap. They're still polarized, but these are like my nice pair of sunnies that I got for my 40th birthday from Chris. They're from Gentle Monster. I don't know that they have this style anymore. This was, I think, called the Diane or Diana. And why I like these are because I personally like having the little nose pads for my sunglasses. I have a very short bridged nose, so most sunglasses will fall, especially since I wear lash extensions, DIY lash extensions, or my lashes are really long compared to the bridge of my nose. So if I don't have the little cushions or the little bridge pads, I find that my lashes are pressed up against the lenses too much. So these are perfect. I love Gentle Monster. They kind of specialize in smaller bridge nose fits, and these are super lightweight, which is important so that they don't keep slipping down as well. So I get a lot of questions about these whenever I wear them, and they're from Gentle Monster. If I can find it, I will link it. If not, check out Gentle Monster. They might have different styles here and there. Those are all of the products and things I've been loving this summer so far. I thought it would be fun to share with you guys everything that's making my summer more efficient, more fun, and things I really find enjoyable to use as a busy working mom in her 40s. If you want to know about my makeup for the summertime, make sure you check out my last video. If you want to know more about my e-readers, you can also check out that video. Everything will be linked in the description box. Make sure to check me out on all of my social medias. Everything is at Serein Woo. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already for new videos weekly and daily videos over on Shorts. I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful rest of your day. Let me know what you've been loving in the comments so I can check them out as well. And I will see you guys back here next week. Bye!